when it comes to your professional life or any other person's professional life, the work we choose to do is going to take a lot of our time. Everyone has 24 hours. Let's say in average a person is spending 8 hours on sleep and spending 8 hours on work and using the rest of the 8 hours on other activities. On average, a person is spending from 8 10 hours or more hours every day on the work or in the professional field they are working on. So since most of our working time, focus, energy, efforts are being spent on the work, we need to be selective about what work we do choose to do, because our work life will impact our entire life, and choosing the correct profession for you personally is going to impact your life in a drastical way. So, how can you choose your profession wisely? And to answer that question, until now, I have read a few books and I have watched a lot of videos. And from my experience and from my knowledge, I'm going to tell you what I know so that you can take the correct choice based upon the options you do have. In our younger age, or even if you are older, the work is the most important priority, or one of the most important priorities in our daily life. And the work we choose to do is going to impact other areas of our life. Like if you are a traveler or if you are working on any kind of traveling job, then your entire life will change drastically because you're regularly traveling and seeing different places. And if you are a software engineer, then you are most of your time is spent in front of screens, computers, laptops. And if you are a civil engineer, then it is on construction site. If you are a mechanical engineer, it is with instruments, mechanical parts. If you are a doctor, then you are spending most of your time doing surgeries, speaking with patients, clients. And since your entire work life is dependent upon the choice you have taken, you need to be selective and you need to think 100 times before picking the right profession, because the profession or the work you are choosing to do is going to take a lot of time, energy, effort, progress for you to excel in that field. Even if you want to earn money from it, you need to be at least in a decent way, or you need to perform in a decent manner for you to get paid. So if you are interested in doing some specific things, then it doesn't matter, or the time will flow very freely. But if you don't like the things, the time flow will be very slow. And there are a lot of situations or criterias for you to know what type of work you are going to excel in, such as the interest you are showing in specific fields, the type of flexibility you can have. Like, such as some other online jobs will have the flexibility for you to work remotely, and other jobs will have flexibility in other areas like high paying jobs. Or even if you don't want to do any kind of job, you can set some businesses and you can run a business which demands a lot of your time, even if you are working on 16 hours, 18 hours a day, even on Sundays. And based upon all these criteria, you need to understand yourself and you need to choose wisely on which work you are going to spend your time on, because it will impact your financial life. It will impact the way you develop professionally and personally. It will impact the way you are connected in the professional world. And so there are a few concepts which you can examine with your work life so that you can choose wisely. Some of the concepts are ikigai, where there are four concepts like do you the type of work you are loving, the type of work which will give you money, and those concepts will help you to just focus on the activities or choose the activities you're getting the most out of. Or even there is a book known as Mastery by the author Robert Greene, where the author discusses about the our calling in our life. And what does calling mean? It means in our work life we have job which we are using or which we are supposed to do because we need to earn money. And in the next level we have career. Career is something we are focusing on building. Let's say if a person is saying I have 10 years experience, I have 20 years experience, I have 15 years experience in a specific field, then you are listening to a person who has built their career on a specific field. And now coming to the final third level or the next level, it is about calling. It is the purpose of your work. It is why you do specific work. It goes beyond materialistic accomplishments like earning a lot of money. And earning money is important, but however, when it comes to the bigger picture in our life, something bigger than money, like a kind of a passion will which is necessary for you to do a lot of extra and exponential things which is required to do something extraordinary. And to do something extraordinary, earning money or only motivated by money is not a specific criteria. And when it comes to your professional overall life, you need to carefully examine the trajectory you are going to on this certain journey you have chosen for yourself. And when it comes to your work when you are young, there are as a lot of people say, you need to choose work choose your work based upon the learning experiences or the knowledge you gain. Let's consider two instances. In the first instance, you're working on a specific profession which gives you a lot of money and a lot of options. And the second instance, you're working on something which gives less money. But when it comes to both of these instances, during the first instance you are not getting a lot of career flexibility and growth. In the second instance, even if the money or the salary is low, you are learning a lot of things and you are focused or your future will be brighter. Which of the options do you choose? It is based upon your primary interests and your importance of in the present moment and the value you consider for your future to have. And what does calling means in our professional life? Calling is something that has been a lot of importance because it is not something external, it is something internal. External is some kind of money where you want to earn money by doing certain tasks. Calling is something that is similar to purpose, or calling and purpose as equal. Your purpose is something which you are born to do. So it is some kind of a work that you are willing to focus on. You are willing to spend most of your time, money, attention, and focus on so that you can have exponential growth and progress towards the society and towards the human race. Let's say you are working on some medicine or some new inventions, new gadgets, or even if you are writing a new book which is helpful for younger generations, or even if you are working as a mentor who gives career guidance to younger people, which will help them to choose the right careers for them personally. And it is something beyond money, and it is something beyond materialistic recognitions like having fame and being popular. It is something internal and not something externally motivated, but internally desired. And will it will show itself when you are focusing on your inner world instead of focusing on the external things which are very bright. Like having a bigger paycheck is very very tempting, and having that fame money is also tempting. But instead of focusing only on money, and instead of chasing money, you need to focus on working on yourself, working on your work, so that the money is like a byproduct, as said by a lot of people. And there is also a story about, if you want to get butterflies, then don't chase butterflies. If you have a garden, then butterflies will come automatically. In the similar way, if you want to chase money and you are running for it, then the money will also run more fastly. So instead of focusing on money entirely, you need to focus on the building a garden which is creating or producing butterflies as a byproduct. In the similar way, you need to produce quality work, quality stuff, and you need to produce or create something of quality output which is valuable, useful to other people, which helps solve other people's problems and the society problems as a whole, or which will help other people to do some things much easier, faster. And by doing these things, you can work on yourself, and you can do something exponential, something useful to the society, while also working on earning money. And having fame and money should be out of the question. The first point needs to be working on yourself and creating your craft in such a way that it is of higher quality, and the work or the money will automatically come to you for your quality output. And that's the desire, or that's the result you need to focus on in the early stages of your career. Instead of focusing on the external stuff, you need to focus on yourself internally, and you need to focus on creating your best version possible